In this video, I'm going to talk a little bit about freedom of religion. Now, it might be a little bit out of date, but it wasn't too long ago that there was a group of people who were wanting to set up their religious monument in state capitals. And a lot of people didn't like it. Now, this is not in support of any religious monument or religion. It's just going to be to make the point of that freedom of religion has never been a real thing. It's been a dictatorship. Years ago, when people fled England and Europe in order to get away from dictatorship of religion, they were leaving and fleeing from the dictator at the time, the Catholic Church, which is still a dictator now. It's just not so in the spotlight as people might think it would be. It's switched over now. It's no longer really religion. It's more politics, because people don't care about religion. Religion is not a superpower of the world like it once was. The table's just been moved over to politics, and that's become the religious way of today. So these people escaped because they wanted to worship however they wanted to worship, whatever they wanted to worship. That's what they did. They had to escape the dictatorship in order to do it. So they came to America and did whatever they did, whatever they thought was correct, whatever they thought was right, worshipped how they wanted to. And soon after, America gets established, and the same dictatorship moves right in with them, undetected. They lose their freedom anyway. So it was never real. If freedom of religion is a real thing, which some people believe it is, then I should be able to take this flashlight. If this flashlight was the image of my religion or worship, then I should be able to put this anywhere any other symbol of religion is, with no repercussions, because freedom of religion, right? Wrong. It's not going to happen. Not that I'm in support of putting up any images. I'm not. I find them all repulsive images. Doesn't matter what it is. Take your pick. Go through the whole list. They mean nothing to me. They're just images. And what's the one thing that you're told? Don't make no images. Yet, this is common. It's decoration. It's God to people. So, no matter what the image, it's nothing to me. If my flashlight can't be up with the rest of them, then all of them should be taken down and removed. What about separation of church and state? Isn't that a real thing? No, it's just another one of those fake things that they have people believe is real. If separation of church and state was a real thing, then there would be none of these images and monuments at any state capital. But they're there as an underlined, under the table sort of thing that church and state has never been separate. The lie is that you believe it's separate. Religion ultimately still runs the show, even though you don't see its face. They're just part of the program. They're part of the system. Their play out of politics being the focus will work for a time. But soon enough, they're going to do all the things they need to do to set it up in order, such as all this freedom of religion, separation of church and state, and they will wind it back into being that religion will be the world power. Just like it's all written and prophesied about that it will be. They're just taking their time about it because the people don't care about religion, so they can't use religion to really control them like they used to. So now it's politics, laws, and world. They will shift it back. Just give it a little time. It will happen. And really, all the holdup is the religious superpowers are just waiting until they get their props set up enough to start to display and convince you that they are supernatural and that they are superpower of an unworldly type. That's really all it is. As soon as they get those things in place like they want and start displaying and using in an open sense and say, this is us doing it, there you go. It'll be too late by that point. But people will accept it as authentic and follow. What does the written account say of such things? Well, it says this, Deuteronomy 6 through, I'll tell you in a minute. And these words which I command you this day shall be in your heart. And you shall teach them diligently unto your children, and shall talk of them when you sit in your house, and when you walk by the way, and when you lie down, and when you rise up. And you shall bind them for a sign upon your hand, and they shall be as frontlets between your eyes. And you shall write them upon the posts of your house and on your gates. All the monument things that are being put up, that's not where God said to put it. They put the 10 Commandments in a golden box for a reason. If you want to put it on your house, if you want to put it in your yard, however you want to put it with yourself, that's great. Nothing wrong with that. But nowhere in this book are you going to find where you've been commanded to put crosses everywhere. Use these as decoration. It's not in there. The truth of it is, God probably looks down at that and says, this is disgusting. Why are you doing this? But it's done, and it's accepted worldwide. Crosses, 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 everywhere. There's nothing wrong with the symbol of it, but when you make an image, it's an image. People talk about America being founded on Christianity. The forefathers of old were all Christians. Well, now America is just a melting pot of all religions. And why is that? Because not even Christians know how to be Christians. If Christians really knew how to be Christians, then that's what everybody would do. They'd say, hey, I want to do that. But Christians don't know how to do anything but just follow the program laid out for them that God didn't lay out. So there's a problem with that. The Christian policy followed today is no different than it was in the times of Crusades. Steal, kill, and destroy. And if you don't agree with our dictatorship, we'll kill you too. Overall conclusion, put the real monuments and emblems and symbols and writings, put them where they really belong and put them in your temple. Whatever you put in there, that's up to you. Quit putting the forced dictatorship on anybody, regardless of who you are or what you believe in. Thanks for watching.